Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 7, Episode 13. OMG, what was going on? Did you see? Did you see Spice throw that plate of food at Tokyo? That was dead up running through a whole plate of food. The irony in her throwing a plate of food, and it hit the target. You know, Tokyo, she bent her head down or whatever. She got some eggs or whatever they was eating on her, but I don't think it actually got into the crevices of her face. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the irony in that was just so crazy. And did you see BK going off? BK going wild, BK going crazy. And he was like, it was like BK's never watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like, he was going in, he was yelling at Tokyo to get up, stop it. Then he went after Estelita, was yelling at her. Then he went after Carly Red, yelling at her. Is he fighting his girlfriend battles? Do he got his girlfriend back? Because we know Sierra and BK are still together. But do you think he handled it correctly? I don't think he handled it correctly at all. You know, he didn't have to let, the girls were walking away. There was security. There was no need for him to yell and scream and get in their face and call them names. Like, that's some bullshit. So miss me with that. And that's not a good tendency, you know, but you do want a man that will defend you if some shit go down. You want a man that got your back. So it seems like, you know, BK has Sierra's back, but he has other women's back in the bedroom because he got 4 kids and 2 side pieces, supposedly. So, and then did you see Carly Red and Jock? Are they going to be hooking up? Are they getting back together? What's going on with that situation? I was just like, okay. And then Spice and Tokyo, I think they would get along perfectly, but, you know, they got some he said, she said, and there's some things, there's some feelings in the mix because it's Tobias, you know, and Carly Red, you know, she went back and forth and she told, you know, she told Spice what Tokyo said, and you can get mad at Carly Red for that, but like, she's both of their friends and she was just, you know, relaying the message. That's what Carly Red does. Carly Red always relayed messages. If you don't know this show, you should know that if you say anything about Carly Red, it's going to be repeated. She's been on the show since the beginning, and she don't play around. Like, she knows her role. She plays her role. So if you watch the show, you pay attention, you know when you say anything about Carly Red, it's not secretive at all. And if you say anything on TV, it's not secretive. So make sure you know that the next party is going to hear what you're saying. So it feels like Tokyo should have known that Carly Red would say some extra stuff, but Tokyo was thinking that Carly Red had her back and was her girl and she wasn't going to say anything, and it didn't happen that way, especially it been on TV. Then Carly Red would come off fake with Spice, but it seems like Carly Red relationship was more closer to Sierra and Tokyo the way it was filmed this season, but maybe that's not, that may not be the case. But and in any case, Carly Red is worried about her father. She let these females know, hey, your man's a cheating on you, they ain't no good, and here's the proof, here's the receipt, here's the side females. So it's up to you. If you want to blame me, blame me. So let's just get into the episode. I was just like, whoa. And so we got the whole reunion thing going on with Stevie J and Erica Mena. She called him an abuser. She said that he attacked her. He called her son the F-bomb. Her son's only 11 years old, and she's saying that Stevie J is homosexual as well, and she's coming after DJ Envy, making her look like the villain in the situation. And then we have Just Brittany and, you know, Johnny Blaze going in at it because of Stevie J, because Stevie J has something to do with them fighting each other or whatever, and it's been going on for a minute. So it seems like the reunion is going to be lit, but I just hope the reunion is not going to be attack Carly, because Carly's doing her job. She made the season entertaining. This show had the highest rating this season so far, like one of the highest ratings compared to all the other shows. And one of the reasons is because, you know, Carly Red is carrying the message. Everybody's playing their part, but Carly Red is making sure everything happens. Like, this person said this person said this, I'm gonna follow. She's a follow-upper. So let's get into the episode. So I'm just like, whoa. So now they're all getting ready to go on their trip to go to the ranch and everything, and we have them all getting ready to go to the ranch. and they have to get on separate buses and stuff. So you got 2 separate buses. And Carly Red, she's giving Sean a hard time. She's making fun of him. She's giving him a hard time. She's giving him that tough love, acting like she's on jock. She's talking about he's boring. She's talking about this. She's kind of like basically taunting him because she's upset and she's mad with him right now at this time and point. And he's kind of taking it, but he was like, yo, you got to chill out with that. Like, you know, calm it down, simmer down with all that. And so then the other bus with Rasheeda and Kurt, they have a blowout. The tire blows out on the bus, so they have to wait for another bus to come through to pick them up. So it is what it is with that situation. And then on top of that, these people, when they get to the ranch, they don't have any phone service, they don't have any Wi-Fi, so they can't really connect. They can't get on Instagram, they can't say anything. And then on top of that, that ranch looks so nasty and so dirty. Like the beds look like they was from the 1700s, and it looked like the sheets hasn't been changed in a long time. Oh my goodness, I would have to have fresh sheets. What do you do in a situation like that, to sleep on that bed? And then you see Rasheeda and Kirk, they didn't even have pillowcases. And you know, Rasheeda's confessing that her and Kurt are sleeping in different beds, they ain't together. You know that she came from the other side. She slept in bed with Kurt. She slept in bed with her husband, and she feel good about the situation. She feel good that she told Jasmine off, and she finally confronted the mistress, you know, the side chick, the baby mama. So she feeling good about that situation, but she got to move on somehow. But she's telling Kurt that he's gonna have to take care of business with Jasmine, that she doesn't really want to be in the middle of it, because she's still hurt. She's still hurt. She's jealous. She's everything, because that's her husband done had a kid on her, and then the woman is filming on the show and chasing her around. But you know, she handled it okay. You know, a lot of people would have did a lot worse to Jasmine, but it's also Kirk's fault too as well, because he brought this situation into his life, and he put his wife through this situation, not only cheating on her, now a side child, and then on top of that, we've got the side woman chasing your wife down. So Kurt, you know, says it's his fault. He understands he messed up, and he was just really scared that it was going to be over between him and Rasheeda when, you know, Jasmine pulled up on the scene. The baby mama, the side chick, got a lot of nerve. You know, this is why they do this on TV. In real life, Jasmine would have been shredded in pieces, or Rasheeda would have been shredded in pieces. There wouldn't have been no walk away. But thank goodness this is TV and they have security. But in real life, don't go chase down the baby's mother. Don't go chase down the wife if you're the baby's mother. You know, leave it in the court's hand, leave it in the lawyer's hand. Talk to some friends, talk to some neighbors, talk to some people they know, but don't go showing up to their job and following them around town, because that's not a good look. It'll be very dangerous. So and when they didn't have no pillowcases on the pillows, I was just like, yo, are you kidding me? Like, really? So there's no pillowcases, and so now that everyone is getting ready to go on a hayride, you know, Carly Red, she walks up to Jock and she gives him a mean hug because she's trying to make Sean jealous. Sean is a good, you know, contender. He's a good contestant. He's holding his cool. He's not taking it out on Jock. He's not taking it out on Carly. He's just there for the trip, and you know, he needs to start singing on each and every part that Sean's on. He needs to start singing and let people know that he can sing, and he's just not like Carly's, you know, puppet that's following her around. So if he can start singing on every little scene, but I guess it's too late because the reunion has already been filmed. So they're on the hayride. Everyone's having a good time. They're seeing cows, they're seeing bulls. You know, some of them can't tell the difference. I like Jock's attire, his red cowboy boots. BK looked nice. Sean looked nice. What's her name? Sierra, she always looks nice. And that's pretty much it. And Rasheeda, she looked nice too as well. But the guys really went all out with their look. You wouldn't think they would wear that. But also, when they got on the hayride, did they hand them out used cowboy hats? Did they actually put on used cowboy hats that people have done already sweating? They put them on their heads. Are they used hats, or are they new hats? Or, you know, is that like a gift from the ranch where they give you the hat? Or did they give them a bunch of used hats? I was just like, I hope them hats ain't used. So now everybody's getting ready to eat. Everybody's sitting around. Everybody's having a good time. And then we have, you know, Spice. She apologizes. I mean, she tells Rasheeda that her event, you know, the press event, the store thing was it was beautiful, it was magnificent, she loved it, it was great. And then that's when, I don't know why Tokyo, I think she felt the need to say, hey, listen, I'm sorry that I didn't attend because, you know, I was having some problems, you know, people being disrespectful, you know, people being real disrespectful around here. And so then that's when Spice was like, who's being disrespectful? And Tokyo was like, you were being disrespectful. And Spice was like, what you mean I was disrespectful? You threw a pocketbook at me. How disrespectful can I get? My words is just words. You took an object and you tried to hit me with it, son. You tried to hit me. It's just like, you know. So yes, Spice did say maybe 2 things about Tokyo's weight, things preferring to her weight, but that does not give Tokyo the right to hit her with the pocketbook. But sometimes you can't play with people. There's certain people you can joke with. There's certain people you can say negative stuff to and they'll ignore it, and they can just, it'll just bounce right off them, and they'll look at you like you crazy, like they even hear you, like you don't exist. Then there's the other people that would attack, and that's what Tokyo did. She attacked with her pocketbook. And so she was like, and so Spice was like, what you mean disrespectful? You was really disrespectful. You was talking about me to Carly, whatever. So now we finally get Carly's name in there. You was talking to me about Carly saying this and that. And then Tokyo was like, I was trying to tell you I didn't have no problem with you, whatever. I didn't have no problem with this. I don't care. Yeah, I did talk to Carly. Whatever I said to Carly, I said to Carly. I was just saying anybody that's tied into Tobias is a F. It's good. It's a bueno. It's a no-go. But then you started being disrespectful and saying like comments towards me. So then I was trying to leave, and then so I hit you with the pocketbook. And then Spice was like, and then Spice called Ciara a hypocrite. And then that's when Estelita jumped in and was like, yeah, she's a hypocrite because, you know, and this is when Spice explains that, you know, Ciara called her and told her that what, you know, Tokyo did with hitting her with the pocketbook was wrong. Okay, that's fine. That is true. She probably do feel that she's wrong. But then Ciara said that to Tokyo, that I feel like what you did was wrong. So if Ciara would have said to Spice, like, hey, you, Tokyo hitting you with the pocketbook was wrong, but the comments that you said towards her, the 2 comments or 1 comment that you said towards her was really disrespectful. So, you know, both of you guys was wrong, but she was ultimately more wronger because she hit you with an object. She tried to hit you with an object. And then that's when Estelita was like, well, you know, she called me and she said, you know, that, you know, Spice was wrong, or she said that Spice was wrong. Spice was wrong because she was, you know, talking fat jokes about, you know, Tokyo. So then that's like the side note of what's going on. So then we get back to Tokyo and Spice going at it. And so then that's when you know, Tokyo was like, I would just say everybody that's with him, that's tied to him, F him or whatever. And she was like, yo, you know, and then so then Tokyo said the B word, called her a B word, but she didn't call her the B word to try to be disrespectful, but that's just the way she talks. Or she could have been disrespectful because we don't know what she was actually meaning at that same time. But Tokyo does use the word bitch a lot, and there's a lot of people that tell you when they talk, they use the B word, they call each other bitches, female call each other the B words or whatever. So, you know, Spice said, you said B word, what? Spice got over her plate and she aimed it to the target and she got it. Bullseye. I was like, yo. And then that's when Ciara's looking like, whoa. And, you know, Jock and Carly Red are looking, and, you know, Sean, they just looking like, oh my goodness. Mimi just looking, the Cowboys are just looking, everybody just staring like, what the hell is going on? Then Tokyo hits the ground. Tokyo tries to get up. She can't get up. She got all these security around her, people on her. She's yelling, she's screaming, she's trying to get to Spice. They escort Spice out the way. They move Spice, and then all of a sudden, you know, Estelita and then Ciara gets into it, and Estelita was like, oh, you're two-faced, you hypocrite, you need to mind your business. All this other shit that don't make no sense. There's no reason why Estelita should be in an argument with Ciara. I don't know if it's stemming from last year, what happened in the strip club or the club or whatever, but there was no reason for, you know, Estelita, like, if she felt like she was a hypocrite, then she's a hypocrite or whatever. Did you stay away from hypocrites? But it just felt like, you know, Estelita had that smoke for Ciara. She ain't feeling her, and that's just what it is, and she just used an excuse because Ciara was dumbfounded, unless Ciara's doing some behind the scenes shit that we don't know about, and she's actually instigating just like Carly doing it, but she's doing it on the low. She's calling people on the phone when we can't see it being filmed. I don't know, but it just seemed like Estelita went way too hard for no reason. She needs to worry about being pimped out by Stevie J and actually, you know, getting her talent together. And, you know, Ciara needs to mind her business and find out what the hell's going on with BK before he messed around and have that coochie on fire. So so it was just too much. So then security comes, they get Estelita, and then so you got Ciara talking about what's the problem, you got BK, he's running in, he's yelling at, you know, Estelita, saying, oh, what's the problem, yelling at her like this and that. I think he called her a whore, I think he made fun of her ass or something like that. She was like, what, you want to fight me too? So like there was no need for BK to run up in Estelita's face for no reason, you know what I mean? Security already had her, she was gone, you know. What's her name? Ciara, she was already protected. She was around her peoples. And, you know, Spice was already in the van. So then after that, you know, BK, he runs up and he gets into Carly Red's face and started yelling at her. I think he called Carly Red a B word too as well. And it's just like, Carly Red's like, you need to mind your business with your 4 kids and your 2 side chicks. And he's all up in the mix because he's trying to defend his woman's honor. He's trying to make sure she's protected. But he didn't need to do that at that time and point. He could have sat down and had conversations with these women. He didn't have to go that way because it made him look bad. It makes him look like more like he's more of a pimp type because he's yelling and screaming at women like he ain't never seen women fight before. Like he's dealing with strippers and hoes and shit like that. So he don't be in a strip club. He don't see them fighting. He's from Atlanta. He don't see people fighting and whatever. And plus they have security guard. There's cameras. Nobody got touched. Nobody got hit. Just got food on the face. So for BK to be wilding out like that, like I understand we want and we need men to defend us, but there's a certain time and a certain place where it's too much, where you make yourself look unmanly, where you make yourself look girly by yelling at these women. You know what I mean? So anyways, moving on from that, Estelita and, you know, Spice, they have a little talk in the van. Spice gets out the van and she running towards, you know, Tokyo. Tokyo was like, F this, F that, or whatever. So it was just like a whole bunch of drama going on, and it all could have been like avoided when, you know, Tokyo could have just said, hey, listen, I did say something bad about you to Carly Red because I was upset that Tobias had moved on, but it wasn't nothing personal towards you. And that's what, you know, Tokyo been trying to say, but she hasn't been able to articulate it. Like, hey, listen, my problem is not with you. I said something negative about you. I didn't mean that. I'm really upset with Tobias because we just had a fresh breakup. And then, you know, what's her name? Spice could have said to Tokyo, hey, listen, Carly Red told me that you said this and you said that about me. I don't have a problem with you. I just started dating Tobias. I don't even know who you are, but Carly Red is telling me this, so I just want to get it out in the open. Or they could have both ignored what Carly Red said, and they could have talked to each other more, used more words, and it would have possibly got through that they really don't have a problem, that she was just emotional. Tokyo was just emotional at the time. And then also, what's her name? Spice was also emotional at the time because she feeling like, and hey, look at this girl coming through and she's talking shit about me because I'm with this dude. So now, you know, Spice feeling like, yo, this girl's my enemy already for no reason, just because I'm talking to this dude. And this is what Carly Red is telling me. Carly Red is my girl. So, and then Carly Red knows her. So she's figuring that everything is kosher. But Carly didn't explain, and they didn't get it that it came from an emotional place, because it's just like, it was just say you just freshly broke up with your boyfriend, and then 2 days later, you know, you hear that he's with Tamika. You hear that he's with Tamika, right? And you be like, F Tamika, after, I don't even care, whatever, blase in the third. You know, but me, like, I just, like, oh, he's with her? Cool. Like, I wouldn't say anything bad about her unless I wanted it to get to her. You know what I mean? Because once you say something about somebody, it's going to get to them regardless. Especially if you do it on a public forum. Especially if you do it on Vh1. Especially if you know, if you say something, just mean it. And Tokyo was trying to explain to Spice that, but Tokyo couldn't, you know, articulate it to her to tell her, and Spice couldn't articulate it to her. It was like, yo, you was talking crap about me, so that's why I'm upset with you. And instead of making fun of, you know, Tokyo's weight, she could have said, hey, listen, you know, I'm hearing from Carly Red that you're talking smack about me because I just started texting and dating this guy Tobias. Like, I don't know anything about you, so what is the problem? Then it would have been all settled. So anyways, moving on from that, So then we have Melissa. Melissa sits down with Tokyo and talks to her, gives her a teddy bear, because Melissa knows that these girls are way more kind of like mature, and they're here for the cattiness, and they're here for the bullshit. And, you know, Tokyo said that she wanted to get violence off her name. She didn't want to be known as a violent person. She wanted to change her image. She wanted to be a role model to the young girls. And I feel her for actually saying that she wants to be a role model, because most stars or celebrities say that, oh, I'm not a role model. But she said that she wants to be, and she's trying to change herself so she's not violent, she's not aggressive, she's not angry, because that comes from somewhere. That comes from shit that you probably dealt with in life. Then on top of that, this young lady, Tokyo, is actually a virgin. So she's out here in these Hollywood streets. She's out here in this music business. She's on TV, and she ain't spreading her legs. You know, she's waiting for the right person, the right man. So kudos to her for doing it at her age. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know if Tokyo likes girls, if that's the reason why. I don't know why she's a virgin. I think it's good. I think it's something that is so proper, because, you know, growing up, you know, keep your virginity to like your 19, 20 or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's so good to see that. But I just have a little question whether she likes females more than she likes guys. And has she went all the way with a female? I don't know. That's just my question. I'm wrong for that. I know. Please forgive me. So anyways, let's move on. So anyways, Tokyo's talking to Melissa. And so Melissa's going to set up a play date, a campfire for Tokyo and Spice to talk. And so they do. And it's really like ignorant ass talk. It's not even like grown women talk. It's not even like dignified women. You know, Tokyo's already mad. She's upset. She's hurt. But also you got to understand, Tokyo is learning and she's growing as a woman and as a person and as an entertainer and as a star too as well. So she doesn't want to put out she don't want to put out an image that she's a punk. She don't want to put out an image that she's going to let people run over her. And she don't want to put out an image that she's weak. But she also wants to put out a positive image to people. And you know, it's hard for her to control her emotions, because, you know, sometimes, people will ask for you to give them something and you don't even want to give it to them, but they ask for it and they keep asking for it. So they have that conversation. And so Tokyo said, I don't have a problem with you. I know I didn't mean it like that again. And then Spice was like, well, you was talking shit about me, and Carly Red told me. So I'm just like, so anyways, they get through that situation. And so once they get through that situation, so, you know, Spice is like, well, I'm going to leave it like this. I want to have a good time. I want to be here on this trip. I don't want no problems. I want everybody to like me, whatever, blessing the third. And I don't want to spoil it. So we'll be cool. We'll be cordial to each other and everything will be cool, no problem. And so then, Tokyo was like, all right. But Tokyo said the word B word. And then that's when Spice, what, you said B word? And then Tokyo was like, hey, listen, that's just how I talk. And then, Spice was like, I don't understand how you talk. So they both don't understand how they talk, because, you know, Spice said that, Tokyo said that to Melissa, that Spice speaks that rah-rah African stuff. And then that's when she was like, she ain't African, she's Jamaican. So anyways, they settled their beef for now. It's kosher for now. Everybody else joins, and then we get Estelita, and we have, you know, Sierra. And so Estelita is just saying that, Estelita is just really saying that Sierra's fake. You know, she goes back and she talks about both people, whatever, and she talks about she'll pop her again like she popped her last time. If she wants that heat, she wants that smoke, she can get it, because she's two-faced and she's the hypocrite, and she needs to mind her own business. And then Sierra was like, yo, only reason why you popped me last season is because security was in the way, and if you want this smoke, you can get this smoke, baby. It's all good. So they're not resolving nothing between each other. And and Estelita just feels like Sierra is fake and all this other stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what's going to happen next episode. Peace. I'm out. One love. Like, come on. Like, you know, like, these women, it was terrible the way they was trying to talk to each other, right? Like, come on.